Doug, Sally, how was your health checkup?
Everything went smoothly thanks to you, Kristen. What would we do without you, eh?
He's right, you know. We're so lucky to have a nurse for a daughter-in-law. I'm glad it went well for you guys. Just a quick warning. You might feel a bit gassy later because you both had endoscopies. It's completely normal for that to happen, though, so don't worry about it too much. I would say try not to eat anything that would normally make you gassy, though, because that will just make things much worse.
Okay, thanks for the heads up. You really are like a walking medical encyclopedia. By the way, are you working late again today? If you're not, you should come and have dinner with us tonight. It'll be our treat for helping us out with this.
Oh, I'm not working late today, and it's actually not that long until I finish my shift. If you just wait a few minutes, I'll finish up with the last few patients, clock off, and get out of my scrubs. Okay, we'll be waiting for you here. Give Rob a call as well and tell him to come out and eat with us too. He should be finishing work around now. Sure, I'll call him in a second. See you in a few minutes. I made sure to choose a restaurant that won't have too many foods that aggravate your stomachs, so you should be able to eat whatever you like without worrying too much.
Nice! Let's tuck in then. This is really good. You should try some, Sally.
When will you get the results of the checkup, by the way? They usually come out within a week. I'll keep an eye on things and make sure to grab them as soon as I can. Thanks, dear. By the way, there's an OB/GYN department at your hospital, right? Oh, yeah, there is. Why do you ask? Are you having problems down below, by any chance? Do you need me to help you get referred to a specialist? Oh, no, I'm fine. Down there, thank you very much. I'm not asking because I need to go there. I'm asking because I'm starting to worry that you guys haven't had any baby news yet. Ah, I see. So that's why you suddenly brought up the OB/GYN department. As I told you before, we both got fertility tests and we both seem to be perfectly healthy with no fertility issues. So we're planning on trying for a bit longer and just hoping that it happens for us naturally. If we still haven't managed to conceive after a few more months, we'll start thinking of ways that we could perhaps speed up the process. Oh, really? To be honest, I was getting a little worried that you were maybe still using birth control.
Honey, don't you think you're being a bit invasive? You don't want to embarrass them when we're out in public now, do you?
Well, I'm just in such a hurry to be a grandma. After all, neither Eric or Fiona have kids either, and they've both been married for years now. I know that you're both still in your early 30s, and there's still plenty of time, but surely it's better for you to try now whilst you're still young and healthy than to wait until you're older and face higher risks of complications.
That's true. Your mom had you quite late on, Rob, and there were lots of complications. I wouldn't want to see Kristen have to go through the same thing. It really took a huge toll on her body. It's also harder to raise a child when you're older and you don't have as much energy.
Speak for yourself. I was still basically a spring chicken. Honey, you really need to stop talking as if I'm as old as you. And there's no need to be so dramatic. It really wasn't that hard for me. What do you know as a man, anyway? I'm sure he was just very worried about you at the time. That's all.
That's right. I was really worried about her back then. But everything turned out okay in the end, and we had our third and final bouncing baby.
Dad, please. You're embarrassing me. But anyway, we are actively trying for a baby, so there's no need for you to worry about any secret birth control or anything like that. I'm also making sure that I stay as healthy as possible. I'm taking a bunch of supplements and doing lots of mindfulness exercises to make sure that both my body and mind are ready for pregnancy. Yeah, rest assured, Mom. We're taking all the necessary measures. And we know that everything in that department is working as it should be for both of us. We just need to play the waiting game now. Hi, Sally. Is everything okay? Hi there, Kristen. I'm just calling to ask if our checkup results are out. I'm actually just on my way to check the results that are about to be mailed out, so I can check whether yours is in there or not. I could even open them now for you and let you know if anything is amiss. Oh no, there's no need for you to open them now. If If you could just have them sent over to us as soon as possible, that would be great. Huh? Oh, okay then. If you're sure. Is there anything that might be on there that you wouldn't want me to see? There's no need to be embarrassed. If you let me take a look and see exactly what the problem is, I can help you out by recommending the best medications and supplements. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry. I know you're a nurse and everything, and you just want to help, but I still feel a little embarrassed having my daughter-in-law read all my medical information, especially as they did the endoscopy and everything. Oh, that's fine. I understand. I'll go and check exactly when they're going to be mailed out and let you know. Okay, thanks. But don't look at them, all right? We're more than capable of sorting out our own health problems, and we don't need your interference. Nurse or not. You must be busy anyway. I'm sure you don't have time to worry about every single tiny health issue of mine. I understand that she may want to protect her privacy, but her level of defensiveness is a little weird. Okay then, I won't look at them if that's what you want. Okay, thank you. Let me know when you've checked the mail. Okay, will do. Talk to you later. I really don't know why she was acting so weird about it. Oh, Kimberly! Do you know when the health checkup results from the test done on Monday are going to be sent to our patients? Is it going to be today? Wait a second, let me check. The results should have been out yesterday. Individual patients' results might be sent out on different days, so it's better to check the chart of the specific patient. I can look it up for you now if you tell me the name of the patient. Oh, it's fine, don't worry. I can check myself later. Thank you. No worries. So I'm looking for Sally and Douglas Kirk. Oh, this is interesting. If Sally's blood type is B and Doug's is O, then how come Rob is type A? If someone with type O blood has a child with someone with type B blood, the children can only be type O or type B. It seems like something is amiss here. This is crazy. I can't believe I might have accidentally uncovered such a huge thing. So you're sure that this DNA was definitely taken from your husband and his parents? Yep. I was really agonizing over whether I should take the leap and find out for sure because I couldn't get the possibility out of my head. I thought it would be best to just bite the bullet and do it to save me from fretting over it anymore. I think it was a good idea to go ahead with the test. I agree that there's no use in sitting around wondering. I also think stealing their toothbrushes for this was a genius idea. Most people go for plucking hairs, which is a much riskier strategy. It was still quite risky, you know. You have no idea how hard it was to get these things without being noticed. I had to go to my in-laws' house to make sure that they were distracted, then go into the bathroom and quickly swap the toothbrushes with exactly the same ones without them suspecting anything. I also had to do a reconnaissance mission first to find out which toothbrushes they used in order to find exact replicas. I think I managed to pull it off, but I was so incredibly nervous. Anyway, enough stalling. What did the results say? Well, your hunch was right. Your mother-in-law is his biological mother, but your father-in-law is not his biological father. It seems that your mother-in-law must have cheated at some point during their relationship. Sally cheated on Doug? I guess the reason that she was so insistent that I don't look at her health checkup results was because she was worried I would see the blood type discrepancies and realize that something was up. I really can't believe this. It's not really my place to say anything, so I won't give you my opinion on this one. I'll support you whatever you decide to do with this information. It will be really difficult for your father-in-law to find out that the person he raised as his son for the past 30 years is actually not related to him at all. I feel like if you tell him, it's going to cause trouble. But then, if you don't tell him, it's going to start eating away at your conscience. I've really gone and opened a can of worms, haven't I? Thinking about this whole thing is just giving me a headache. What should I do? It's a bit of a sticky situation, isn't it? Even though it was a long time ago, it was still a betrayal on your mother-in-law's part. If I were your father-in-law, I wouldn't be able to forgive her, even now. But it's completely up to you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay impartial, so I shouldn't really give you any advice that might sway you either way. I completely understand that. Don't worry. I wasn't expecting you to try and solve my problems for me. I'm just so frustrated by this whole situation. Obviously, infidelity happens all the time, but this is something that I never would have expected from my mother-in-law. She seems like such a straight-laced lady. I know I don't really have the right to stick my oar in, but I was thinking that maybe it would actually be better to not tell your father-in-law about this. Didn't you say that he's quite elderly? Yeah, he's a little older than my mother-in-law. He just turned 75 this year, but my mother-in-law is still in her mid-60s. I think there's around 9 or 10 years between them or something like that. I think it really will be a huge shock for him to find out that his son isn't his at that age. What if he can't handle it and passes out or something? That's a possibility I had considered. Oh, I don't know. My heart feels heavy with the weight of this pressure. And then, aside from my father-in-law, there's whether I should say anything to my husband. It's definitely not going to be easy for him either to find out that he's been living a lie for the last 30 years. If I were him, I'd probably be in denial. But anyway, I trust your judgment, and I know you'll make the best possible decision for everyone involved. I really shouldn't have done this. If it hadn't been for that health checkup. Oh, this is driving me insane. Hello? Hey, what's up, Rhea? How come you're calling me during the day? You said you had today off work, right? I assumed you'd be free, so I just wanted to check in on you. Are you at home? Yeah, I'm at home doing some cleaning right now. You're sounding much less stressed than you were the other day. What did you decide to do in the end? I decided to just leave it. I figured the fact that it hasn't come to light over the last 30 years means that the heavens have decided that it was never meant to be revealed. I felt like it was too heavy a bomb for me to drop. I feel like my husband would be really upset to realize that his siblings are only half-siblings as well. He may feel left out or alienated from them in some way. I think it's best to just keep it under wraps for the sake of family harmony. But I still feel the burden of this knowledge, and I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. Well, of course you do. This is a huge thing. Anyone would feel the same. I know I would. You're really stuck between a rock and a hard place here. If you say something, you might regret it. But if you don't, you have to deal with this heavy feeling. But then, even if you were to say something, your father-in-law might not be grateful. He might resent you for being the bearer of bad news and take out the brunt of his anger on you. Do you really think so? After working in the paternity testing business for a while, I've seen a fair few dramatic encounters. There are lots of people who end up getting angry because the truth was revealed, and claim they would rather have continued living the lie if that meant they were happier. Really? That's crazy. But I guess you're right. He might not want to know the truth if it means he ends up getting hurt. Yeah, so I think that you have ended up making the right decision in the end. Oh? Hang on a second. What on earth are these doing here? What are you talking about? I was just cleaning up the bedroom and I found some stuff that I've never worn before on the floor. I think I'm going to have to call you back later. Huh? Okay, I'll talk to you again later. What is this? Women's underwear? But it's definitely not mine, and... Ew, they've been worn recently. Is Rob cheating on me? Does this mean that he brought another woman into our house? She was obviously here recently because his underwear wasn't here when I last tidied up the other day. I need to check the CCTV from the street outside to see if I can catch her coming in.
Hey, Kristen.
Yes, Doug? What is it?
I was looking at the results of my health checkup and it says that I have high cholesterol. What does that mean?
Oh, cholesterol is necessary for hormone production, so it's nothing bad. Don't worry. According to your test results, yours is a little on the higher side, but it's not too much of a big deal. There are lots of foods you can eat to help lower cholesterol. It could cause a buildup of blood vessels if not managed correctly. But I know you're quite good at eating well, so everything should be fine. See, honey? The professional says it's no big deal, so no need to fret. By the way, Kristen, you've been quieter than normal today. Is everything okay? Oh, no. It's just that I've been working a lot recently, so I'm feeling a little tired. Kristen has been doing lots of night shifts recently, and she's also even started doing some kind of exercise class in the mornings, so she barely has a minute to rest. Pilates, isn't it called? Yes. I've been trying to fit in more exercise because I feel like I've gained a little extra weight recently. Don't push yourself too hard, though. If you end up exhausted, there's no way you'll be able to have a baby anytime soon. You should be taking it easy right now. I'll try my best to slow down and relax as much as I can.
You're so hardworking, Kristen. And I heard that you still need to keep studying to keep on top of things as a nurse, so that must be stressful as well.
Yeah, I didn't know either until I started living with Kristen. But the learning never seems to stop for people in the medical profession. It feels like you already know everything, though. It blows my mind that there's even more that you need to study. Yeah, there's a lot to learn when you're a nurse. As a nurse, you need to deal with matters of life and death, just like doctors. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to take this. I'll just step outside for a second.
Where are you going? Why can't you just take the call here?
Oh, no, it's fine. I'll go outside. I don't want to stop the flow of conversation.
Who could it be? She's been going outside to answer calls on her own quite a lot recently. It feels a bit shady.
Really? She has? Don't tell me she's cheating again. I guess like mother like son, huh? I had no idea that cheating on your spouse was a hereditary trait. Sorry, Doug. There's something I left in the car, so I need to head out and grab it. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, go on ahead. Strange, she's not usually the forgetful type.
Oh, don't you worry, sweetheart. I'll sort everything out for you. What's going on here? It sounds like she's talking to someone way younger than her. Surely she's not into younger men. Oh no, let's not be hasty. Think about it. Nothing good will come from doing that, will it? And then there's Rob's dad. He's a little bit inflexible. Why is she talking about Rob? Okay. Let's meet up tomorrow and talk properly. Let's meet in the cafe by the supermarket in the center of town at around 10 tomorrow morning. Yeah, the one with the blue sign. See you then! Oh, Kristen! You startled me! Oh, I just left something in the car and I was coming out to get it. Are you all done with your call? Yeah, I'm all done now. I should head inside and prepare some snacks for you guys. I forgot to bring any out when you arrived earlier. I'm so sorry. That's okay. I'll see you in a second. This is really fishy. Does she know something about Rob's affair, by any chance? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm really not feeling well today, and I don't think I'll be able to come in. Yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully I'll be better by tomorrow. I needed to do whatever it took to make sure I could eavesdrop on this conversation. I need to find out what's going on here, once and for all. I am absolutely positive that Sally knows about Rob's affair and maybe even helping to cover for him. I'm pretty sure this is the right cafe. I just need to wait for her to show up. How about we take a seat here? Oh, goodness. What on earth are you doing going around wearing such high heels? That can't be good for you at all. What if you lose your balance and fall over? You could seriously harm the baby. I'm still in the early stages, so I think I can get away with wearing heels for now. I also really don't want it to be obvious that I'm pregnant. I hate the looks of sympathy that pregnant women always get. Imagine if someone gave their seat up for me on the subway. I would die of embarrassment. And don't even get me started on how ugly and shapeless maternity clothes are. Whatever makes you happy. Anyway, how are you feeling in yourself? Oh, I'm fine, really. I haven't really had morning sickness or anything like that. I know you told me that I just need to wait things out, but I just can't help but feel like I'm going to be left here on the sidelines. Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Don't worry about anything other than looking after yourself, and I'll deal with my family. Okay? But why hasn't Rob told his wife about this yet? If she knows that he's having an affair and that he's gotten his lover pregnant, then surely she's going to want to get a divorce. It's better to just get her out of the way so that he can marry me and we can raise the baby together as a family. I don't get why he's dragging his heels so much. He mustn't still love her if he's been seeing me for so long. I just don't get it. You told me that you'd make sure she gets told sooner rather than later. But we're starting to get closer to later. Well, it's just that she has a bit of a fiery personality, and she probably won't react very well to this news. I don't think she'll be willing to let it go so easily. She might even try and track you down and start picking a fight with you. She really isn't the type to just take things lying down. I just need to tread carefully with her. But I will make sure that everything goes according to plan. It might just take a little longer than expected.
I don't really feel very reassured, you know. It's not going to be that long until I start showing. I really don't want to be one of those pregnant ladies in shapeless baggy dresses. I'd feel much more comfortable if I knew I had the protection of being married into your family. But being pregnant and alone is really not very nice, you know. I'm going to keep calling you about this until I'm satisfied that you're actually going to do something to help me.
Just give me a little more time, okay? The biggest hurdle is getting my husband to be okay with all of this. As I said, he's a little inflexible and prides himself on adhering to traditional values. He's a little older, so he's not exactly going to be super open-minded to the idea of a baby conceived out of wedlock, with an affair partner nonetheless.
But I'm so sick of waiting. If you make me wait any longer, I'm just going to show up at your house and cause a scene.
Please, just trust me on this. It's best to wait. I'm sure I'll be able to persuade him to come around eventually. He will be happy to have a grandchild after all.
All I do is wait around like some kind of idiot. I'm already 10 weeks into the pregnancy. I really don't want this to drag on for any longer. I really don't feel like I can trust you to have my best interests at heart. Tell me honestly, you don't really like me, do you?
Of course I like you! What's there not to like? That's not the reason why I need extra time at all.
I don't believe you. I think you really don't like me. Rob's wife is a nurse at a big fancy hospital and you resent me for seducing him and ruining his chances of having a family with her. Don't you?
Shh, keep your voice down. People are starting to stare at us. Anyway, don't get too worked up, because it's not good for the baby. Just focus on staying healthy and I'll deal with everything else, okay? It's so obvious she's using her pregnancy as an excuse to marry into our family and leech off our money. She's got another thing coming if she thinks I'm going to sit by and let that happen. It's clear that as soon as she knows she's safely married to Rob, she'll give up her job and spend all day sitting at home being nothing but a nuisance for both us and for Rob. How about we go and get something nice to eat? It's my treat.
You'll really treat me to lunch?
Of course I will. Let's go. There are lots of nice restaurants around this area. We'll have whatever you want to eat, okay?
I want to eat pizza. That's been my main craving recently.
Pizza it is, then. Your wish is my command.
Thanks, I guess. But I meant what I said. If you don't sort things out for me within the next week, I will just show up at your house unannounced and take matters into my own hands.
Come on now, sweetheart. It's not going to come to that. This son of mine is causing so many problems for me with his infidelity. Why did he have to go and get a girl like her pregnant? This is an even crazier situation than I thought. Not only did Sally know about the affair, she's even helping to cover up the fact that the side piece got pregnant. Rob, you better get down on your knees and beg for forgiveness from your wife and father.
Why are you making the poor boy kneel? It's not like he's a naughty schoolboy or anything anymore. Have you done something that you need to apologize for, Rob?
Dad, the thing is... It's fine. I'll be the one to tell them. I really hope that you'll be understanding when I tell you this, Kristen. Rob was taken advantage of by another woman whilst he was drunk.
I'm not sure I quite follow. What on earth are you talking about?
Well, he went out drinking with his coworkers and some people from a client company, and some good-for-nothing girl who works in accounting or something there made him drink so much alcohol that he didn't know what he was doing. They ended up spending the night together, and now she's shown up saying she's pregnant with his baby.
Rob, is this true? I didn't raise you to be running around getting women who aren't your wife pregnant, did I?
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm really, really sorry. Honey, listen to me. It sounds like he really was seduced by her and taken advantage of. She thought she could try and get her claws into him because he works at a better company than her and tried her best to pounce at his most vulnerable moment.
Honey, please. I'm so sorry. I know what I did was wrong. No matter how drunk I was, I know that I should still be held accountable for this. I should never have done something like this to you.
I have given him a right telling off, and I also met up with the girl and told her to stay away from our family. She's a total tramp, to be honest with you. Loads of makeup, fake eyelashes, fake tan, fake designer shoes, the whole shebang. I understand that you must be feeling betrayed, Kristen, but people make mistakes every so often, and that's all this was. A silly little mistake.
Honey, I swear, I don't remember any of it. I promise that I'm telling you the truth. Don't you dare try and speak up. You can shut your pathetic little mouth right now.
Kristen, it's obviously my fault. I haven't raised him to be enough of a gentleman. But after meeting up with that trampy girl, it got me thinking a little. Since you guys don't have a child yet, why don't you take her child and raise it as if it were your own? It would be much better off with a reputable nurse for a mother than a good-for-nothing like her. Nobody has to know that this little blip ever happened. That girl will keep her mouth shut if we send her a decent amount of money. I don't believe that she ever wanted the child in the first place. She just wanted a reason to try and get some money from us. We can even fake you being pregnant so nobody is surprised when you suddenly have a baby. You can get those really realistic fake baby bumps on the internet nowadays. I feel like everyone benefits from this solution. So, what do you say?
Honey, please say something. Anything. You're being scarily quiet right now. What is wrong with you, Sally? How could you suggest such a thing? You obviously haven't taken Kristen's feelings into account here at all.
Wow, this really is something. Aren't the two of you embarrassed by the ridiculous show that you're putting on here? Nobody would believe this crocodile tears and this horrendous acting. Do you really think that you two can get out of this without facing the consequences by blaming the girl for everything?
I understand that you may not believe us, but honestly, my Rob is basically innocent in this situation. I'm a woman too, and my heart aches for you knowing how furious you must be for knowing that your husband cheated on you. But I can confidently stand here and say that I think you should forgive Rob because he wasn't in his right mind, and this shameless girl has taken advantage of that and used him.
Is that really the reason why you're defending him? Or is it because you two are kindred spirits? Like mother, like son. Both shameless adulterers.
What on earth are you talking about? The things that some people will say when they're angry. It's quite ridiculous. I know that you're upset, but don't you think you're going a little too far?
Well, I think Doug is about to find out exactly how upset I'm feeling. And anyway, don't go around pretending that this was a drunken one-night stand. I was there at the cafe when you met up with Rob's side piece the other day. I heard everything you said, including the fact that you had already known about the pregnancy for quite some time. I also heard you saying that you were going to make it so I would divorce Rob so that she could be with him. Did I hear wrong?
What? But how? How did you find out?
What is she saying? Have you really been helping him keep this a secret all this time? How could you do such a thing to Kristen?
And Doug, there's something else that you should know as well. This directly concerns you, and I know you're probably going to be very shocked. But I think you'll understand later that letting you know about this was for the best. Here, take a look at this paper.
What's this then? Huh? The results of a paternity test. It says that I'm not Rob's biological father?
Yes, that's right. You are not Rob's biological father, but Sally is his biological mother. Which means that she cheated on you at some point during your marriage, over 30 years ago, and then hid her infidelity by raising her affair baby, Rob, as if he were your child.
Well, this is just complete nonsense! How dare you go around making up such awful lies about me? No matter how angry you are, it's not right to drag people's name through the mud like this.
I did really wonder why you were being so weird about hiding your health checkup results from me. It was because you knew that if someone with type B blood has a child with someone with type O blood, their child has to have one of those two blood types.
and you were worried that if I saw your and Doug's medical information, I would put two and two together and realize that Rob couldn't possibly be the child of both of you, as he has type A blood. Isn't that right? Some people may not have noticed, and others may not even know about the genetic rules of blood type combinations. But because I'm a nurse, you were sure that I would know, and you were desperate for me not to take a look. I'm not sure what you're saying right now. You've been busted, Sally. The cat's out of the bag, and there's no going back from here. I actually did think for a minute that revealing this would do more harm than good. But after I overheard your conversation in the cafe the other day, I decided that you didn't deserve my protection. I thought you were probably plotting something in an attempt to double-cross the side piece. But even I could never have imagined that you'd try and get me to raise her child. If you had instead been upfront with me when you found out about Rob's affair, I may have been more sympathetic towards you. However, after finding out that not only had you been covering up the affair, you had been meeting up with the side piece and buttering her up with false promises, all the while feeding me a load of nonsense about it being a drunken one-night stand instead of a drawn-out, calculated affair, and then expect me to be willing to take responsibility for an affair, baby? I'm more inclined to be a little less sympathetic.
This is a lot to take in. I'm feeling really dizzy. Is Rob really not my son?
As I said before, the discrepancies between your blood types makes it biologically impossible. Sally was obviously already aware of this, which is why she went to such lengths to prevent me from looking at your health checkup results. What makes you think you have the right to go behind people's backs and get a paternity test done? This is a matter that concerns our family. Nobody asked you to stick your nose in. I'm sorry, Sally, but I really don't think that you have the right to be angry at me when you've been keeping this huge secret from your husband and children for over 30 years. And now you're shameless enough to ask me to raise someone else's kid as well. You! How dare you! Honey, how could you?
Don't you go trying to play the victim here. I can't even bear to look at you right now. You've stabbed me in the back and right through the heart.
Don't you have anything to say about this, Rob? How does it feel to find out that your own mother has been lying to you about who your father is for your entire life? Do you know how much I agonized over this? Do you know how much I worried about whether I should say something or not? Because I was so worried about tearing your family apart. Well, now I'm glad I've done it. A nice man like Doug deserves to have the chance to wash his hands of people like you and your mom.
I'm just still in shock. Mom, is this really true?
Well, son, the thing is... Well, I think my work here is done. The three of you can talk about this amongst yourselves. It doesn't concern me anymore. I really don't care if any of you end up resenting me over this. There was no way I was going to stand by and watch this shameless woman cover up her son's affair and get off scot-free. It makes me sick to think of how she was so keen to protect her cheating son because she had done the exact same thing herself. And just where do you think you're going? You can't just drop this bomb and then run away without dealing with the aftermath.
Will you just shut up for a second? Even in this situation, you won't stop blabbing. I can't even stand the sound of you breathing near me right now, let alone the sound of your voice.
Honey, please.
Don't call me that anymore. And did I not just tell you to be quiet? I can't believe this is happening. Then, who is my real dad, Mom?
I knew I couldn't trust Sally, which is why I was so willing to meet you when you contacted me. You already know who I am, don't you?
Wow, you have a lot of confidence for a homewrecker. And do you know how I found out that you were sleeping with my husband?
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. I was deliberately leaving a trail anywhere I could. I wanted you to find out so you would hurry up and leave him so I could take your place. Did you gather all the evidence you needed?
Yes. I've gathered a lot of evidence. Starting with the dirty panties you left strewn all over my bedroom. I also noticed that you kept looking straight at the CCTV camera, as if on purpose, when you were coming into the house. I thought that was a little strange, but now I realize that you were intentionally trying to make it easy for me to find out about you.
Yeah, that's right. But to be honest, I wasn't really too bothered about it before I found out I was pregnant. Once I knew about that, I decided to step up my game. Because you must understand that from my point of view, the sooner you leave Rob, the better. I have no intention of becoming a single mom, and I also have no intention of giving you the baby to raise as your own, which I think is probably what Sally really wanted me to do.
So what do you want?
I just want to get married and raise my child in a normal family environment. Anyway, it seems like Rob's family is pretty well off. I'm sure he'll receive lots of alimony in the divorce. So why don't you just hurry up and go ahead with the divorce, take your money, and get out of our lives? I don't think it's particularly nice for either of us to have to see each other. Do you?
Well, I'm sure you'll have a great time marrying into that family. Yeah, sure. I'm more than happy to go ahead with the divorce. I was planning on suing you as well. I wonder how much I can get out of you.
Well, nothing. I'm sure you'll barely be entitled to anything. I heard you only get lots of alimony if you have a child.
If you're going to be so confident after stealing my husband, you should at least be confident that you can take responsibility for your actions. If you can't even do that, don't expect me to feel sorry for you if you start sticking out your belly, screaming that you're pregnant and you deserve to be treated like some kind of fragile flower.
I mean, I don't have any money to give you, but I'm sure that Rob has enough money to cover the emotional damages caused by both of us, so don't worry about that. He said that you'll get to keep your house and everything too.
It looks like you put a lot of trust in Rob, huh? Well, for your sake, I sure hope he doesn't let you down. Anyway, I should really be thanking you. Thanks to you, I don't have to be the one dealing with their mess of a family, and I can leave everything to you. I'll get my money, and I'll get to wash my hands of that fiasco. Thank you so much.
I don't know what you're talking about. Have you gone crazy?
Oh no, I'm completely fine. You're the one who's going to be slowly driven crazy from now on, whilst I get to escape from this hell and start a new life. Thank you so much for making it so easy to find out about my husband's infidelity. I think I've said all I need to say now, so I guess I'll see you at the courthouse. Actually, no. I'm going to use a lawyer to mediate. I don't want to have to look at your disgusting little face ever again.
You're so mean. No wonder your husband wanted to cheat on you. And you shouldn't speak so harshly to a pregnant woman, you know.
I really don't know why you think you have the right to get mad at me when you're the one who seduced somebody else's husband and ruined their marriage. Then how about I say a few words of well-wishing to the little one in there? Will that make you happy? Hey there, little one. I feel so sorry for you. You're going to be born into the worst family environment imaginable, so you better be prepared. I don't know what you did in your past life to deserve this terrible fate, but you'd better accumulate lots of good karma in this one so that your next life isn't as miserable. I'll pray for you in the hopes that you'll get better luck next time. Was that good enough for you?
I can't believe this. How could you say such awful things to my baby? Where do you think you're going?
Get your hands off of me! Don't think I wouldn't sue a pregnant woman for assault if I thought she deserved it. And how can you have the audacity to be going around insinuating that I'm the bad person here when you're the one who goes around getting knocked up by married men and doesn't spare a thought for their wives? Get away from me right now if you know what's good for you.
Are you for real? Hey! What are you all looking at? This isn't a show for your entertainment, you know.
Honey, I've told you I'm sorry. What I did was wrong. I know that.
Well, go on then. Tell us. Who is it? Who's the father?
He's, well, someone I only knew for a short amount of time. I don't have any contact with him anymore. I only found out I was pregnant after I stopped seeing him. And I also knew that there was still the possibility that the baby could have been yours, so I thought I would try my luck and just hope for the best.
And when exactly did you find out that he wasn't mine?
I found out just after he started elementary school. They did a blood type test for all the kids and he turned out to be type A. And, well, Kristen explained the rest.
So that means you've known he wasn't my son for at least 20 years or so. And you've been keeping your infidelity a secret for way over 30.
I'll get down on my knees and beg for your forgiveness if I have to. I really am sorry for what I did. We already had Eric and Fiona at that point, and I thought keeping quiet was the best thing to do for the sake of our family.
Thinking about it now, I did often wonder why both Eric and Fiona took after me so much, but Rob didn't at all. I just put it down to genetics, not necessarily always following the same patterns. But now I see it's because we're actually not related at all. I always thought that these kinds of situations only happened in soap operas. I can't believe that this could actually happen to me.
So, Mom, what you're saying is that you know who my real dad is, right? Rob, please, let's talk about this later. Can't you see I'm trying to calm your father down here? I don't need you harping at me as well.
Answer the boy's question. Do you know or do you not know?
Well, you see...
Hurry up and tell the poor boy already! Put us all out of our misery!
Okay, fine. The truth is, I don't actually know. I was going to nightclubs behind your back, and I was drinking a lot. You're a lot older than me, so I had started to feel trapped and held back, so I thought I'd go out with my girlfriends and have some fun. Rob's real dad is some guy I met at a club. I don't actually remember what his name was, and I never got his phone number.
Well, this just gets worse and worse. You'd throw away our marriage for a one-night stand with someone whose name you can't even remember. I'm speechless. I really am. Get out of my house right now. Both of you! I can't stand the sight of either of you! What are you doing still standing there? I told you to get out of my house already!
Honey, please, calm down.
Don't you tell me to calm down! And for the last time, get out of my house!
Fine, I'll leave. Wait, Rob, where are you going? Where does he think he's going? This is the time that we need to be standing our ground!
You must feel so much better after having the divorce finalized.
I'm not really sure how I feel, to be honest. I still feel really bad for the way things turned out. I really didn't want to bring out the paternity test in such dramatic circumstances, but I felt as if Sally had backed me into a corner. I should have just discreetly told you about it without making it into such a big thing. I'm so sorry that it came to this.
Oh, there's no need to be sorry. I completely understand that you felt like you had no other choice in that situation. I would have done exactly the same thing in your situation. What kind of mother-in-law covers up their son's infidelity and even goes as far as to expect her daughter-in-law to raise the product of the affair? She had it coming.
Thank you for being so understanding. Thank you for supporting me through the divorce as well.
Even if Rob isn't my son by blood, I did raise him at the end of the day. I feel like it's only right for me to take some of the responsibility for not raising him well and give you some compensation for the pain he's put you through. Although we all know that it's probably the dirty blood he inherited through his cheating mother that led him to cheat on you.
Compensation? You mean you're going to give me money? You really shouldn't.
Don't say anything. This is the least I can do for you. And besides, I understand how it feels to be betrayed by the person you love. Looking back, I really should have known that Rob wasn't my son. It's scary how we can go through life not knowing these things. I really wish I hadn't gone through my whole life not knowing about this. I'm thankful to you for opening my eyes and for exposing Sally's lies.
It really makes me angry how nice people like you are always the ones who have to go through so much pain, when bad people like Sally and Rob seem to breeze through life without a care in the world. It's so unfair.
You're right, it is unfair. So now I'm going to make them realize what it means to really suffer.
What do you mean by that? Honey! How have you been? Well, I hope. I heard from Rob that you were going to be here. I see that you're talking to Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
I deliberately got him to let you know that I'd be here so that you'd show up with the hope of talking to me and coming to some kind of reconciliation. Well, I'm sorry. There's no way that's happening. Here, take this.
What's this? You're serving me divorce papers!
Yes, I am. I could have been much harsher than this, but I'm providing you with an apartment to live in from now on. Think of it as a thank you for helping me to raise my kids. You're still the mother of my 2 actual children, even if Rob isn't mine. I don't want them to be worrying about their mom's well-being, so I'll make sure you have a comfortable place to live.
What are you talking about? How could I possibly get divorced at my age? I'm really sorry about everything I did, so how about you reconsider this?
I accept your apology, and I'm giving you this apartment. But I am under no obligation whatsoever to stay married to you after knowing everything I know now. You'll be at a disadvantage if we go to court over this, and you won't be entitled to much alimony. So I'm giving you the apartment out of the goodness of my heart, even though I don't have to.
Honey, what are you saying?
What? Is the apartment not enough for you? You're not going to get anything more out of me, I'm afraid. The house that we lived in together is going to be passed on to Eric and Fiona, along with whatever money I have when I pass. So this is the best I can give you.
And what about me?
You're not getting a cent off me. Go and ask your real dad if you want to get an inheritance. I may have felt a little more tenderly towards you if you hadn't gone and done exactly the same thing to Kristen as your mother did to me all those years ago. You've dug your own grave here, you know. Part of the money that you would have gotten from me is going to Eric and Fiona, and the other has gone to Kristen instead, as compensation for your sins. You should be grateful to me for that. It's my last act as your father before we go to having no relationship with each other whatsoever.
But I never asked you to do that on my behalf. I'd much rather just have an inheritance.
You really are just like your mother. Even now you don't understand the gravity of what you've done wrong, do you? Do you not have a guilty conscience at all? It's time to wake up and stop playing the victim. You're standing here right in front of the person whose life you've messed with through your selfish actions, and all you're thinking about is whether you can get an inheritance from someone who isn't even your real father.
Dad, that's really harsh.
Don't call me that anymore. I don't want to hear it. Even if you're not my real son, I thought I'd raised you to be better than this. I'm going to make it so you have no legal claim as my son, so I don't want to hear from you anymore after today. And as for you, Sally, I've already spoken to a lawyer, and I think it's best that we get divorced without having to see each other face to face. Don't you?
Honey! Honey, wait! This is all your fault, Kristen. If you had never done that stupid paternity test, none of this would have happened. You can blame me all you want, but I think we all know that this started with you cheating on Doug with a stranger in a club all those years ago. I don't know how you've managed to live your whole life being so delusional, but you need to know that not everything can go the way that you want it to all the time. That's not how life works. Now you're going to see how hard it is to live without hiding behind the protection of your wealthy older husband. This is all so humiliating. I can't believe this. I've already lost the house in my divorce, and now I've lost my inheritance, too. I also paid what Brittany owes Kristen as compensation for emotional damages on her behalf. I'm ruined. I guess he really is planning to wash his hands of the both of us. How are we going to carry on living after this? I've got nothing left to my name except this measly apartment he's left me. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sally, when are you going to sell this tiny place so that me and Rob can finally get a place of our own?
You need to be more patient. It's not like this place is particularly desirable, so people aren't exactly going to be lining up to take it off our hands. I'm sure it will increase in value soon enough. We should wait until then to think about selling it. By the way, are you going out again?
I have to. I need to find a job and it hasn't been easy so far. Today I'm meeting up with one of my acquaintances who might have a vacancy in their company.
Is that so? You're not lying to me, are you?
I wouldn't lie about something like that. Do you think I'm a cheater like you? Do you think I'm going around and meeting up with other guys like you used to?
Hey, there's no need to start yelling at me. I'm just frustrated because you keep leaving the baby with me and spending the whole day outside the house, not telling me when you're going to be back. Are you forgetting that I'm an old lady? I'm turning 66 this year. It's not easy for someone of my age to look after a baby with so much energy.
Well, if you really don't want to look after him, you can just make Rob do it. It's a Saturday after all. It's not like he has to work today or anything. I'm sure he can watch his own son for a few hours.
Well, you know how he is. He got completely wasted again last night and he's still out cold.
And this is my fault? No, I don't think so. It's your fault that he's turned into an alcoholic. If you were so desperate for him to never find out that he was your affair baby, then you shouldn't have gone and got that health checkup with your ex-husband. You only need to go and do these things if you think there's something wrong with you anyway. Why did you go and put yourself in such a vulnerable position, knowing that there was a good chance that Kristen would have realized that something was up with your blood types? That single decision is what set the ball rolling for all the events that messed up your life, and is ultimately the reason why your son spends his days in a drunken stupor. Isn't it?
How was I supposed to refuse when Doug kept bugging me about it? And anyway, I told Kristen not to look at it and she went and did it anyway. It's all her fault for going behind my back.
Well, of course she was going to look at it. She's a nurse and was probably just concerned about you. You probably made her even more worried by making such a fuss about it. She must have thought there was something wrong with you and you were trying to hide it from her. Anyway, there's no use in arguing about stupid stuff like this. I need to leave soon to go and ask about the potential opening. I really want to get a job as soon as possible. Please, just watch the baby for a few hours whilst I'm gone, okay? I need to go take a shower. I haven't got much time.
Wait! You can't keep doing this! She's been acting really disrespectful towards me after she found out about me cheating on Doug. She used to be much sweeter to me before she knew that my secret getting revealed was the reason she lost her chance of marrying into a family with money. Even though I know this isn't her ideal situation, she really doesn't need to look down on me to this extent.
Why were you two being so loud? I'm trying to sleep here.
Oh good, you're up. You really need to stop drinking so much. At this rate, you're going to end up doing some kind of permanent damage to your body.
Do you think I care about that? If my body gets permanently damaged, then so be it. Oh, no, wait. I should actually be careful. You're the only family I've got left, so if my liver were to end up failing, there would be nobody to give me a transplant, would there?
What are you talking about? You still have your brother and sister, don't you?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about my half-siblings.
Are you seriously still insistent on guilt-tripping me? It's been over a year since you found out that Doug wasn't your real dad. Surely you should be taking some steps to move past it and stop being so petty towards me. And you're not a teenager anymore. You can't spend the rest of your life sulking. You need to accept the truth and move on with your life. When are you going to stop giving me a hard time about this? Huh?
When you ask? Oh, I don't know. Until I feel like you don't deserve it anymore. And I may never feel like that's the case. I can't sleep at night without the help of alcohol. And it's all because of you.
Well, however you may feel, life does go on. You have your son to think about now. You also haven't given me my money for this month. Your wife isn't any use. She's always going out and doing whatever she wants and leaving everything to me. If you don't give me any money, then how am I supposed to manage things around the house? There's cooking and cleaning to be done, and neither of you look like you're going to do it, so it has to be me.
It's not like I'm your only kid, though, is it, Mom? Although, thanks to you, I've been alienated from my siblings. They're still your children. Why don't you just call one of them and ask them to give you some money? They should be doing fine, since they'll be getting all of their inheritance from their dad. Don't act like you ended up completely empty-handed. Your dad gave you a lot of money when you got married, you know. I've really had it up to here with you. I'm not sure how much longer I can put up with living like this. Oh, there's no use in talking to you, is there?
Where do you think you're going? Come back here this instant! I'm really losing my mind here. I don't know how much longer I can continue living this pitiful existence.
What do you want?
Hi there, Eric. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's your mom. I hope you're doing well. I said, what do you want? Do I have to want something to give my son a call? I just wanted to see how you were getting on. That's all. I know you, Mom. You just want money, don't you? I'll send you some. So please don't call me again. Why are you being so cold to me all of a sudden? Why do you even need to ask? I found out the real reason why you and Dad got divorced. Rob called me whilst he was drunk and told me everything. He was crying so loud that even my wife heard him. Rob told you everything! Not only did he call me, he even went to Fiona's house to speak to her in person. So now everyone knows what an embarrassment you are to the family. And on top of that, Fiona said she got into a fight with her husband because he started getting paranoid that your infidelity is hereditary because Rob cheated on Kristen too. Now he's worried that she's going to do the same to him. Why is everyone making me out to be some kind of monster? I'm a person too, you know. I have feelings too. And I only did it the once. It's not like I was having a full-blown affair or anything like that. Nobody wants to hear about their mother's indiscretions like that. You don't need to tell us any of the details. We've already heard enough. Anyway, I don't even want to sit here and talk to you anymore. I'll send you some money every month from now on, so please stop bothering me. Don't ask me for any more money, and don't try and call me anymore. Eric! How could you do this to your own mother? You have to understand. I don't want to end up getting a divorce as well. My wife hasn't said anything yet, but you can tell that she's really uncomfortable about the whole thing, and is probably thinking the same things that Fiona's husband has been thinking. Make sure that Rob stays in line and doesn't get so drunk that he doesn't think about the consequences of his actions. Bye, Mom. Hello? Hello? Eric! This youngest son of mine is going to be the death of me! He's caused enough trouble as it is, and now he's gonna ruin my relationship with Eric and Fiona as well. I know what I did was wrong, but do I really deserve all of this? Ugh. Life is getting much harder now that this grandson of mine is getting bigger. Shouldn't he be growing out of crying so early in the morning? Instead, it feels like he's started to do it more often. What's going on here? What are all these bags for?
Oops, you got me.
Are you going somewhere?
I was planning on just leaving a letter on the table and taking off, but now you've caught me, I guess I'll just tell you in person. I can't stand living in this house for a single second more.
What? You can't just take off and leave just like that.
I can, and I will. I'm going to file for divorce, and I won't fight for custody. You guys can do whatever you want with the kid. I thought that Rob came from a well-to-do family, but since her ex-husband kicked you out and cut you both off, he really doesn't have anything going for him. I'm sick of watching him spend every single day getting drunk out of his mind. I'm sure he wouldn't even notice if I just disappeared.
You can't just do whatever you want, you know. You're a mom now, and you need to take responsibility for your child. And if you had never seduced my son away from his ex-wife, then maybe she wouldn't have gotten angry and exposed the truth about my infidelity, and we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Don't act like he was completely helpless. It takes two to tango. An affair happens when two people consciously decide that it's going to happen. So don't start saying that it's all my fault that his previous marriage ended. Now my body is all ruined from having a kid that I didn't even want, and I have a husband who doesn't even know what time of day it is because he's always too drunk. Do you know any woman who would want to stay in this situation? Do you?
You really are heartless. You're going to abandon your son just like that and try to start a new life. Is that what you're saying? I'm not going to let that happen. You can't leave. I won't let you leave.
Let go of my arm. This is why you should have been more careful about taking the secret about Rob's paternity to the grave.
Now don't you go trying to blame me. What am I going to do if you just leave? I can't raise this child by myself. Rob's certainly not going to do it.
After being married to Rob for over 3 years,
there was still no sign of us having any luck with conceiving a child, even though we had been actively trying. We went to have ourselves checked out, and that inspired my in-laws to go and get a general health checkup at the hospital I worked at. When I was looking for the results to send to them, I discovered that their blood types were such that there was no way that Rob could be the child of both parents. After having a paternity test done and finding out that my father-in-law, Doug, was not actually Rob's biological father, I agonized over whether I should tell Doug and Rob about it. In the end, I decided that it would be best to just keep it a secret. But then not long after that, I discovered that Rob had been cheating on me. I then found out that Sally, my mother-in-law, had hatched a plan to try and get me to raise Rob's affair baby as my own, and I was so angry that I decided to reveal everything about Rob's paternity. This caused everyone in their family to turn their backs on the two of them and leave them to fend for themselves. I do feel that Doug perhaps always knew the truth, but had chosen to turn a blind eye and live in denial. I've been able to return to my normal life, but I would be lying if I said I hadn't picked up a few emotional scars from my marriage and divorce. But thanks to Doug, I was generously compensated for my troubles. I've been able to live quite comfortably without having to worry about money, and I think that has contributed a lot to my healing process. I'm hopeful that good things are coming for me, and I'm living each day with a positive outlook for the future. Your support and encouragement would mean a lot to me. Thank you for listening to my story, and don't forget to like and subscribe.